Good morning to all of you, students. Myself, Dr. Deobrato Mukherjee, PGT Biology, KV number 1, Kachapada. Welcome to everybody. Today's online class on bryophytes under the plant kingdom of class 11. First, you have to study about the gist of the lesson. We will study today bryophytes and the two types, mosses and liverworts, in detail. Here you see the pictures of bryophytes. We have to know where does it live, what's their habitat. These are commonly growing in the moist shaded areas in the hill. These are the amphibians of plant kingdom. Why? Because these plants can live in soil but are dependent on the water for the sexual reproduction. It has important role of the ecological succession also. So the plant body is most differentiated and the thallus-like and the prostate or erect attached to the substratum by unicellular or multicellular structures, and they don't have the true root stem and or the leaves are there. They have the root like, stem like, or the leaf like structures. Whenever the main plant body is to be concerned, so the main plant body is haploid, and the much more the plant body is to be said, the haploid, and side by side produces gametes. So hence it is called the gametophyte. These are the multicellular sex organ. Male sex organ is antheridium, producing biflagellate antherozoids. Female sex organ archegonium, flag shaped, and produces the female egg also. Single egg is there. So the how do they reproduce? The antherozoids are released into the water when they come in contact with the archegonium, and antherozoid fuses with the egg to produce the zygote. And here what happens, zygote produces a multicellular body called sporophyte. The sporophyte is not a free living but attached to the substratum, and that will be, it is attached to the photosynthetic gametophyte, and whenever from this photosynthetic gametophyte and derive the nutrients from there. Next concept is the how do they form the spore. Some cells of the sporophyte undergo this reductional division or meiosis to produce haploid spores, and whenever these are the spores are being produced, these spores germinate to produce gametophyte. Bryophytes are divided into two types, liverworts as well as the as well as the mosses. Here I will show you the picture of the liverworts. Let us talk about detail about these in liverworts. These are the thalloid plant body. Example is this Merkensia, and whenever the speciality the thallus is dorsoventral, and I have shown you the picture also. Here the thallus picture is clear. The thallus dorsoventral closely appraised to from a substrate, and the to these being substrate. Leafy members have the tiny leaf-like appendages in two rows of the stem-like structures. So the next point, how do they been able to reproduce of the liverworts? Basically, the common fragmentation of the thalli or formation of the gamete, which are green, multicellular, asexual buds, and simultaneously develop into a small receptacle called the gamma cup located on the thalli. The gamete detached from the plant body germinate to form the new individual. So how do they reproduce their sexual reproduction? Male and female sex organs are produced either of the same or of the different thalli. Sporophyte is differentiated into food seta and the capsule. After meiosis, spores are produced within the capsule. Spores germinate to form the free living gametophytes. We have shown you the picture of the mosses also. You see now these are the different types, and the life cycle of the mosses are concerned. The predominant stage of the leafy life cycle of is the gametophyte, which being consists of two stages, protonema and the leafy stage. And next one, let us talk about the protonema stage. Whenever the protonema is the first stage, developed directly from a spore, there will be the creepy green branched, frequently filamentous stage, and second one is the leafy stage. Second stage develops from the secondary protonema as a lateral buds. Next, the concept of the, we have to explain the concept of the rhizoids. They consist of a upright, slender, and bearing the spirally arranged leaves, multicellular, and the branch type of a rhizoids, branch type of the rhizoids to the attachment of the cell. So whenever the reproduction is concerned, these are the vegetative reproduction follow. Again, fragmentation, budding in the secondary protonema, sexual reproduction is there, anthoroidia, as well as the budding in the secondary and attached are the produced at the apex of a leafy shoot. After fertilization, zygote develops into a sporophyte, that is the fruit, seta and capsule, and spore is present within the capsule. Here I have shown you two examples of them. Next I will be going to the examples of the mosses pictures. You see now characteristics of the mosses once more, and the example you see the picture series enjoyed. I have given you some assignment, and to prepare the lecture to contain these references I